It's week 4 of the 2022 season. And up next, it's Deshaun Watson. He got his reps in last week, finishing with over 300 passing yards. It's the Giants and the Bears, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Chicago Bears and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by Deshaun Watson. Of course, he won a national title at Clemson and already has 3 Pro Bowls under his belt in the National Football League.
And he's exactly the man you want in control of your offense. Excellent arm, good zip on the ball, not afraid to use his legs when he needs to. And what he's excelled at doing is making plays when the first read isn't available or when the pressure's about to get to him.
Looking to throw right away is Watson. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now it's Watson. A bootleg. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Harold Landry in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. And they'll be led out by Marcus Mariota, former 2nd overall pick back in 2015, now in his 8th season in the league.
Coming out of Oregon as the Heisman Trophy winner, we thought that this guy was headed towards superstardom, and while he didn't quite reach those heights, he did have some flashes along the way. And right now, his athleticism continues to keep him in the league. Still has a good arm, mobile, a great guy to have in the locker room. He can win if given an opportunity.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 2nd and 5 now. Mariota rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Off of play action, it's Watson. Rolling to his left. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Watson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Fournette will take it in for the Giants touchdown. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. That time, a 6-play drive. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sand. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. And the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Mariota now to throw on first down. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. The Bears and the Giants both looking to improve their passing games in 2022. That's for sure. Last year, the Bears ranked number 30 in the NFL in passing yards. The Giants actually one spot worse at number 31. Mariota from the gun on third down. He's got it complete to Tolbert. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. It's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Here we go on 4th down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. A first down throw for Mariota. Flip, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them. Maybe occupy people, make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
Throwing on second and long. Mariota got the connection here to Bourne. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Throwing is Mariota. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Yeah, on third down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
They'll run with Penny. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
A carry now for McKissick. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Holding, offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Throwing on second and long. Mariota. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he's going to get this down near the 25. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Mariota. And Pascal's got it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they have the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lack of...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll try and run for it with Penny. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the one. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from drawing level. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Nick Folk for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. 2 fantastic games coming up to wrap up week 4, the first weekend in October. Tonight, the Chiefs and Buccaneers from Tampa. That's a rematch of Super Bowl 55, of course. And then Monday night, rematch of last year's NFC Championship game, the Rams and Niners from Santa Clara. Coverage on that one, 8:15 Eastern. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Fournette. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Here's Johnny Townsend to punt it away. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work. I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage was so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 41. To throw Mariota. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 14 yards and a Chicago 1st down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part catching the football, right? Whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. And of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
Now, I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Mariota, open man is born. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off, because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. Just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this 4th down call.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go with the option, coming right. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Mariota. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
Mariota. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. McKissick will score. Touchdown, Chicago. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now Folk for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And New York set to take the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
He's got him in, complete. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity, unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Watson. eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Watson on third down. And he fires one, but incomplete. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Hopkins' kick is good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that. But let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Mariota. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now Mariota quickly into the hands of Fuller. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Mariota now from the 50. Escaping the pressure right, and he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Mariota. He's got Fuller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 21 yards there on third down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. First down, Mariota. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Here's 2nd and 10. Mariota now. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
And he will find his man on the in route, complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Fourth down, Mariota. Finding Tolbert here over the middle. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Again, it's Mariota. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Mariota, that's complete right around the 8. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Mariota to throw it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Marcus Mariota, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
On for the extra point is Folk. It's good, and it's 21-10. So that one a long 11-play drive. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Fielded right around the 8. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And the Giants with one final possession here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit, but first let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And their offense has been in top form so far, especially their passing game, as it's helped push them out to this big halftime lead. Meanwhile, for the Giants, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll go again with McKissick.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
From the 39, Mariota finding Bourne here over the middle. It'll be a gain of 5, and now it's 3rd and 3. From From the shotgun, it's Mariota.
Outright, he finds Tolbert. And he will have the Bears first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Penny up the middle. And he's got room.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Throwing, Mariota. Forced out to his left. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee.
And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now Mariota.
He's got it complete to Tolbert. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, Mariota got the connection here to Bourne.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Mariota again. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee.
And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Inside handoff, Penny. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll run with McKissick. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. J.D. McKissick with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. Faking the give, now Watson. Catch is made by Metcalf. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. DK Metcalf, 75 yards.
And the Giants are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays, give us a break, back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
On play action, Mariota. Out right to Bourne. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field.
And they'll start with great field position, trying to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Watson.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Fournette, a first down carry. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Watson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Giants have got it back to within a score.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
It feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football. And that's exactly what happened there.
They will run it. It's Fournette. And he's not going to get in as a try for 2 comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bears offense ready to get going again. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on: catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
2nd and 5.
Throwing is Mariota. And his throw is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away.
Waddle now to return it. They juked him. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return, and the Bears take over.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Here's Mariota. They set up the screen to Penny. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. A handoff to Penny. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Mariota now from the 50. Open man is born.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Mariota.
Pass complete once again to Bourne.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Play action now, Mariota. Rolling to, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Joey Bosa picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now Mariota.
That's into the hands of Tolbert. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it fourth down.
Brandon, a good idea there on third down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
So here's Nick Folk in an important spot. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up.
Folk's kick is good.
And that'll push the lead up to 8.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And able to get this out to the 25.
And New York set to take the field.
And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good.
Now a first down throw, Watson.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. To throw again on second down, Watson.
Another catch there for Waddle.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Watson looks to throw again.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw, Watson. Left side here, taken in by Metcalf.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
From the red zone now, Watson. Flush to his right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. To throw is Watson. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line.
Drake Jackson
in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
Here's Watson. And he's going to go down again. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. But I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Chicago offense set to get started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but it's still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Mariota's throw taken in here by Fuller. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. On second down, here's Penny. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. A throw to the flat here from McKissick. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's a give to Penny. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
They keep it with Penny on 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Now they'll run it again with Penny. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Rashad Penny. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So Deshaun Watson in the offense. Down by 5, Just over a minute 40 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Now Watson. Finding Sutton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Watson. A pass underneath for Fournette. Watson trying to get his guys moving. Here's Watson. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. Watson to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. To throw, Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
Watson now to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage, at least give your team a fighting chance.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So the focus now shifts to the Bears. Trailing by 3 after the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A little over 20 seconds to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory. So for the Giants, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.